that we will have groceries on the shelf. We want to explain to you what we've been doing to ensure that that's happening. And I can tell you, at least from my perspective, I don't want to have my seniors going to the store and being afraid that someone's going to take things out of their basket. And I want to remind people that at the end of the day, it's okay to buy 2 weeks worth of supply, but it's not okay to buy a month. We have many people within our community that are on a fixed income or they don't have the ability to stock up. So we need to ensure that when they can go to the grocery store, that there is product available for them. I also want to remind people that it's important that our grocery clerks and the people that are stocking, they are our residents, they are community members as well. So as you're going through the store, be sure to thank them for their service of what they're doing, because it truly is a service today, because they're getting browbeat by so many people. So I just want you to help us explain to the public that we will have product on the shelves as soon as possible. Buy responsibly, and remember that the folks working the checkout lines and the folks that are working in the back are our community and they're our residents, and we need to treat them like that. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mary Beth.
Thank you, Chairwoman. And first of all, I would like to thank you for your leadership and all of the groups that have been having these conversations this week. It has been a tremendous help to have your leadership so that we could all communicate. And the Vegas Chamber is open for business. We just want to let you know that we want to try to allay those fears and to try to discourage panic because panic buying begets panic buying. Our members are telling us at the Vegas Chamber that there are supplies, they do have supplies, and it's a matter of dealing with the demand. I also want to thank Governor Sisolak. He has reached out to the Vegas Chamber personally to get firsthand information from us on what the business community needs are. So he has been a true leader as well on this front, and so we're communicating on a regular basis. And we just want to make sure that the Vegas Chamber is providing every resource we can. We're providing so many resources through the Small Business Administration, which is providing emergency loans to our members and to small businesses in general. So those resources are on our website at vegaschamber.com. There are a lot more resources that you can get on our website as well. And we just want to encourage everybody to stay calm and to not panic. And like the Commissioner Kirkpatrick said, to buy just 2 weeks worth of groceries, there's no need to buy a month's worth or 2 months worth.
So because we know that 92% of our product comes from out of state, we thought it was important for the general public to actually hear from somebody who has to deal with the logistics component of it every day, all day, who has been tirelessly working to ensure that we can get products to the store. I'm going to turn it over to Dave.
Thank you. So this really isn't uncharted course for us. This is a general annual sort of occurrence. Every year we have to stock up and build supplies for the Christmas rush. And the only difference is during that time we have an expectation. We start that in August. We're seeing similar kinds of levels of transportation requirements this time. It's just that it happened overnight. We've got the assets, we've got the drivers, we've got the ability to make the adjustments necessary to meet the demands. It just takes a little time to get them all in place. So again, there's no need to panic. We've been authorized by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration to have some leeway with the hours of service for our drivers. A driver is tightly regulated on what he can do with his hours. He's allowed to work 14 hours a day, and he can drive 11 of those hours. With this impact that we're seeing, the wait times at their distribution centers, where they're picking up their loads or where they're dropping them off, has moved from 2 to 4 hours of wait time to in excess of 6 hours of wait time. So they're spending more of their time sitting waiting, burning up their clock that they have to operate within. So with this leeway, that allows us to let the drivers continue to work safely. I'll remind us all. We monitor the drivers very closely. They're allowed discretion on what they think they can do, and we watch them and monitor them very closely. but it gives us more capacity in our routes to be able to keep the stores supplied and stocked and supplied with everything that we need.
So with that, we'll take a few questions, but really, I'm counting on you as my media folks in this valley to help us get this message across to consumers so that we can ensure that everybody gets a little bit of something so that they can have the proper things that they need in their homes. So we'll take a couple questions. You have none? That's perfect. That means you're all going to go and say. Yes.
I was wondering, are manufacturers responding to the increase in demand, or are they still kind of pushing out the same numbers of supplies?
Dave, that's probably a good one.
I can
for you.
answer that. Yeah, they. Their business has picked up dramatically, and everyone's worked together to do that. We've been able to meet the demands that they're requesting to be able to keep the commodities on the shelves. So yes, we are working together, and it is increasing.
Will the amount of deliveries each week start to increase?
They have started to increase.
Okay.
They've been going on. Yeah, I would say probably last week it started.
So how many times does like a supermarket like Smith's or Costco get a delivery each week?
Well, it depends on what the store's demand requires. It's a day-to-day event. We get orders every day for drivers to make deliveries, and every day we make adjustments depending on what store. The stores can get deliveries every day if they need it.
Okay, I'll take two more questions. So
For the commissioner, should schools and casinos stay open through this?
today we're here to talk about the supply chain and really what's important that people have things at their home. What's important that people have medical supplies that they need for our hospitals, and that's why we're here to talk about the supply chain. And what I'll tell you is what I witnessed this morning is disappointing for me, who's lived here in this community. No senior citizen should have to worry or fret that someone's taking things out of their basket, that somebody is buying up all of the French fries so that nobody else gets a choice. And I think that we owe this community answers, right? They've been looking for answers. Why are the shelves empty? Kids are asking when they go to the store, why is the shelf empty? We have been working collaboratively for the last few days to address this issue. This is why we talk, why we meet together, so that we can see what the problems are that we can address. And I want folks in my community to know that the shelves are going to be stocked. Please don't take all of the product because somebody else will need it. And that I also want people to know that the warehouse distribution, the trucking folks are working very hard to keep up with the demand. And if everybody will just stop, take a breath, get the basics, make a plan, go on the Retail Association's website to see, how you go to the grocery store, right? We all know, never go to the grocery store when you're hungry because you're probably buying a lot more things than you should. But that's really an issue today. I don't want to have to see people line up at the stores at 4 a.m. in the morning when they should be at home getting other things done. So that's really why we're here today.
In case school districts close down, will they provide food for some of the kids?
So as I said, we're talking about the supply today, and as we talk about our nonprofits, let's put that in perspective. So if our nonprofits don't have supplies in hand, we can't do much of anything. Many of our nonprofits are out there all the time trying to prepare foods and for everybody, for our seniors, for our most vulnerable. That's why it's important that our trucking industry is working to ensure that everybody that needs supplies has the supplies. Okay, that's it. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. We'll continue to update you as we know more on all different sorts of issues.